cheeks. A scraping sound against the floor brought her head up. Another scrape. More footsteps. A barrel rocking. Terror thundered through her. No, no, no. He was searching the barrels. She could feel him getting closer, heard him mutter something under his breath.
"Hey, what are you doing in here? This room is for approved personnel only."
Tonya jerked, then nearly cried in relief. She recognized Seth Starke's voice, a buckaroo, a tall, good-looking bull rider whose blue eyes she'd spent way too much time noticing lately, but one who had impeccable timing. "Thank you, Lord."
"Oh, sorry. I took a wrong turn. I was, looking for something,"
a voice said. Hank's voice, that deep bass that she'd just started to push from her memory. She'd know it anywhere.
"Well, come on out of there. What can I help you find?"
"The restroom." Seth snorted.
"Try up the hall and on the right."
"Of course. Thanks." Tonya listened to the fading footsteps, and finally the door shut with a soft click. She let her muscles relax and winced at the pain as the blood began to flow once again. When she could, she stood and climbed out of the barrel on still shaky legs, then shot a glance at the clock on the wall. She was going to be late. Hank Newman was here. Frustration and terror clawed at her. She didn't want to run. She liked her life and what she'd built with the rodeo. But what other choice did she have? But not until after Seth's ride. It was the last one of the day, and then she'd be finished. Then she could plan her next move. But what would that be? Stay and fight back, or head for the hills? She drew in a deep breath and headed for the door. Then paused, her hand on the knob. Was he there? Just outside? Waiting for her to step through so he could grab her and wrap his strong, menacing hands around her throat again? Tremors shook through her. She leaned her head against the door and tried to calm herself. He wouldn't be there. Seth would have made sure of that. She turned the knob and shoved the door open. The figure loomed in front of her. She let out a gasp and swallowed a scream.
"Hey, are you all right?"
Seth grasped Tonya by the arm. She swayed, and her stark white face troubled him. He'd admired her from afar for so long, it felt strange to actually touch her. She drew in a deep breath. "It's you."
"Yeah. Where'd you come from? I didn't see you in there."
She gave him a shaky smile. "I was hiding." The little laugh she let escape didn't suggest she thought it was funny.
"Hiding? From?"
"The guy you chased off. Thanks for that, by the way." Seth frowned as warning bells went off in his mind.
"Why were you hiding from him?"
"Doesn't matter now." She straightened, and he realized he was still holding her upper arm. He let go, and she tugged at the hem of her colorful long sleeve, fluffed the bright red wig, and stuck her jaw out. "We're going to be late." Seth followed her glance to the clock on the wall. She was right. They had to get going.
"Are you sure you're up to this?"
He was concerned. He wanted to know about the fear lingering in her eyes. Color had crept back into her cheeks, but she was still tense, glancing over his shoulder every few seconds, as though she expected someone to walk up. "I'm fine. Or I will be." Her blue gaze met his, and just like always, he felt drawn to her. She appeared fragile, yet he knew how strong she really was. And brave. No one could face down a 1,000-pound bull and not have a spine of steel. That was why the fear in her eyes rattled him, made him want to confront whatever had scared her. She gave him a light shove toward the men's dressing rooms. "I'll be out there in a minute."
"I'll wait."
She shook her head. "Go. You need to get ready. I'm on the way to the arena. I'll be right behind you." Another glance at the clock sent urgency shooting through him. She was right. He'd have to hurry.
"All right."
He looked around.
"I think that guy is gone."
"Good. Go. I'll be fine." Seth hesitated one more second, then took off, his boots echoing against the concrete floor. He didn't know much about Tonya, just what he'd learned from working with her on an almost daily basis. But what he knew, he liked, and he vowed to make an effort to get to know her better. Soon. The fact that she was